This is Kevin. Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Looking at the last game for the Los Angeles Clippers, it was a loss to the Jazz. Here we go. And it's the Warriors to start out. And here is Curry. And the rejection by Zubac. And that one goes out of bounds. It's touched by Zubac. Pass to Green. They set the pick. Clock at 6. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Greg, we're sure to see a lot of quality basketball here tonight, given the veteran talent on both sides.
Yeah, tremendously high IQs from both teams, so expect a clean game. And some of these players have been through it all in this league.
That one goes. Count it.
It was a finesse from Harden there. That's great stuff.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Tyronn Lue and I had a few minutes to share. Now, I asked Coach what the game plan was when it comes to defending Jimmy Butler. And he said to me, we have to make sure we match his energy level. Jimmy is one of those guys that goes all out every second. We want our guys to do the same on D. It won't be easy, but they think they found a way to contain him. Guys?
Thanks, David. Here's Butler. James Harden picking up that last basket. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, pretty good show of strength there by Jimmy Butler, able to convert even after the hit.
And Jimmy Butler put together, Brent, one of the all-time playoff runs, leading the Heat to the finals in 2023.
Yeah, you don't want to live in or dwell on the past, but man, Miami being the 8th seed that year, Kevin, and with Jimmy putting up 38 a game in that first round against the Bucks. Guy earned the MVP of the Eastern Conference Finals. What a run.
Here's Zubac. Plays it up and banks it in.
Just too determined. Zubac finishing strong.
Here's Moody. Pass to Curry. And the shot goes in.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Harden outside. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Brent, we know that James Harden has won 3 consecutive scoring titles in his past. But now, he really has worked on his game and changed his game to a degree.
Well, that's true, Kevin. Also, the system around him has changed. I mean, what they leaned into in Houston for James Harden to become an offense unto himself was unique at the time. James is a little bit older. He's playing with a different set of players that bring their own skill sets, but he's much more of a passer. He led the league in assists in 2023. So all of his offensive ability has not gone away. It's just manifesting itself in a different form right now.
Now Powell, after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Fires the 3. And James Harden, good for 3. Harden's got 9 points.
Now their offense is rolling. A perfect start. 4 of 4 so far.
Over in the corner, Green. Pass to Post. uses the glass to finish the layup.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Harden with it. Now Green defending.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Here's Post. Zubac's defending. And here is Green. Back to Moody. Three-pointer. And he's good on the three ball.
Now, Draymond Green patient enough to know when his teammates are running around, at some point one's going to break open, then he finds them.
And Curry has it in the corner. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Harden. The rebound by Post.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Here's Harden. Looks good. Is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Here's Curry. And the rejection by Zubac.
Terrific defense from Zubac. His team relies on him to help alter shots.
Green, the screen. Here's Curry. No good that time. Good D by Covington.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
It seems likely that the Warriors' title run under Steph Curry has probably come to a close.
I'm not going to count Steph Curry out quite yet, Kevin, but you know they have added some quality youngsters. They're trying to grow that group. How fast can they bring those kids along to championship caliber players? That's the big question. They're going to win their share of games.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Both teams will make substitutions. They grab their own miss. Jackson Davis can't get it to go. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a 3-point game. And they double up Simmons. It's stolen by Curry. And here we go with Curry running it up the court.
But when Steph gets loose in transition, you know you're going to get burned. So he takes off like a rocket and slams it home.
Pass to Simmons. There's 38 seconds left in the first quarter. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Butler goes in. It's tipped.
Now, you don't see a lot of shot blocks from Bogdanovich, but he is big enough to get it done.
Now Simmons. There's 18 seconds left in the first. Shot clock at 5. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
No, just outsmarting the coverage. Pretty savvy pump fake by Simmons.
And he's good on the second. Here's Podziemski. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Clippers lead by 2. Stay with us as we... The Warriors 12. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
They're contesting shots and have also come up with some significant blocks, putting a little doubt into the minds of the opposing shooters.
They've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming, so they're creating some turnovers. They're capitalizing on them.
And Kuminga gets it to go.
And with his finesse and his power, Kuminga can make it real tough inside.
He gets it in there.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
And for such a young player, Brandon Podziemski has a mature game.
Well, Kevin, his intellect out on the floor, I think, is at an elite level. Brandon does such a good job of hovering around the basket to get rebounds. He advances the ball with the pass. He's driving and always looking for angles. So this is an advantage-created player, and Brandon does a great job of that.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star Game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in LA. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
Dead-eye shooting from them this quarter.
Pass to Payton. Inside. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Payton's got his first bucket of the night. Simmons inside. Dunn. Carries it from three-point range. Dunn's got the lead up to 7 now for Los Angeles.
You can't leave anyone uncovered around Simmons. He's fantastic at sensing when one of his guys has got some freedom.
They swipe it. Down low. Here's Kuminga. And Kuminga throws it down.
With some enthusiasm, Kuminga saw his chance to dunk it, and he took it.
Done outside. Clippers moving the ball around. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Podziemski with it. He has yet to score. Hield from outside. Eubanks grabs the miss. Los Angeles leading by 7. Looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
To the inside. And Kuminga throws it down.
Now, there are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Harden draws the double. Nobody near Leonard. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Leonard's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Jackson Davis. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And you have to prevent him from getting to the paint, unless you want to see a highlight.
Here's Harden. Warriors with the rebound. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game is the first and last of their home set. And stolen by Leonard. Harden with it. Now guarded by Hield. And Harden with the stuff.
And this is vintage James Harden, getting to his spots and just punishing the defense.
1:41 left here in the second. And Kuminga throws it down.
Ooh, that's impressive. Kuminga with the catch and the flush.
And Harden with the stuff.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Kuminga down low. Hield from outside. Rebounded by Covington. Clippers leading by 10. It's Harden with the drive. Now here's Powell. Still yet to score. Pass to Eubanks. Clock at 4. Back to Harden. Powell, no one around him. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
Powell wasting no time to let that one rip.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man. And he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Pass to Covington. Back to Harden. Takes it inside. And the jam by Harden.
Oh, one of these monster nights from James Harden.
Here's Jackson Davis.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Now Harden. Covington in the corner. No good on the three. And that concludes the first half. Los Angeles on top. They're up by 11. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, it used to be teams hoarded their cap space to make a big splash in free agency. But, Brent, why is that less common now?
Well, really, the mechanisms for you to retain and maintain your star power has gotten easier for teams as they have gone out for big extensions to make sure that their star is shining brightest.
Bogdanovich looking around. Pass to Lopez. Outside, Simmons. Done outside. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Bogdanovich, no luck. Warriors trailed by 9. To the paint. The kick outside to Butler. Pass to Curry. The layup off target. Clippers leading by 9. Dunn left side. Here's Lopez. Outside for Simmons. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul.
First team.
Here's Jones. Scoreless thus far. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
Golden State basketball.
Brent, when you talk about the Clippers franchise, and you appreciate this so much, their first superstar was really Bob McAdoo.
And what a tremendous talent. You know, most people remember Bob McAdoo with his years with the Lakers. But, man, when he was with the Buffalo Braves, 3 straight scoring titles, was the league MVP in 1975. Sorry, Dad. Some people still consider him the club's best player ever.
And the rejection by Curry.
Hustle, anticipation, those are keys for Steph Curry on blocks like that.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, a couple of seasons ago, Steph Curry first brought out the night-night when he put a team away. Asked about his inspiration, he said, "I have no idea. I don't choreograph any of that stuff. I was just having fun." You know how kids' bedtime routines are important? It's the final signal for a job well done that day. Kevin?
Well said. He is a 1 of 1, D.A. Moody with it. Now guarded by Dunn. Curry on the wing. 6 points for him. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. And that'll be the third of the 4 straight at home. Greg, since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals, the Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
Let's hear it for all the dancers.
He misses the free throw. And what a new era for the Clippers, Greg, playing here in their own arena, the Intuit Dome.
You had no more sharing, right? No more covering up Laker banners. It feels like the Clippers are on their own 2 feet now. This was the goal for the ownership group, and they made it happen. Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Changing it up here. The Clippers in the lead. Harden looking it over. Off on the layup.
Always impressive when a smaller player has a nose for the ball and rises up amongst the taller ones to grab rebounds.
To the middle, and he jams it with authority.
Man, Looney is so long, gets up there and flushes it.
Harden outside. Pass to Zubac. 6 to shoot. Trying to get something going. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Tipped away. Powell with the steal. Leonard with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Fires from the wing.
I felt like Jimmy Butler had a plan on that possession and was able to cut him off.
Well, Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
And it's Harden slamming it down.
And powering it home. He ends a 12-0 run by Golden State.
Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that. But Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. And here is Moody. Shot clock at 6. Curry can't get it to go.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
And he makes that one. Now it's a 5-point Clipper lead.
Even if he's not a big man, Harden can score inside with the best of them.
Curry looking it over. To the right side. There's the triple. Sinks the three-pointer. Moody's got his second bucket of the night.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside and then a nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
Done outside. Back to Harden. This one for 3. It's good from long range. Harden's got 7 points here in this quarter. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? Clippers lead by 5.
45.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. Warriors trailed by 5. Here's Green. Here's Curry. Curry gets inside and lays it in.
Now, not just from deep. Steph Curry, one of the best guard finishers around the rim.
Here's Simmons. Drives to the hoop.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read. Calls his own number and then sends it home.
And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Hey, guys. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the last timeout. Now, he said, come on, can anybody make a three? We have to be better from deep. He implored his team to find the shooters, get them open with movement and picks. Let's see if it works, guys.
Thank you, David.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. Would love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Outside Curry. Banked in off the glass.
Well, you give Curry a point-blank shot. That's just too easy.
Here's Simmons. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high-octane a game as you're going to find.
Pass to Looney. Now, here's Moody. Now Butler. 6 on the shot clock. Over Harden. In the paint. Butler.
Butler attacking in close. Such a gifted scorer.
Floats one up. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, easy call.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Clippers.
They're looking to attack in transition every time down the floor, just wearing the defense thin at this point.
Well, something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff, and you got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
And stolen by Simmons. And now the Clippers on the break. And Harden wide open. He shoots. The quick look, no good that time. Butler deciding where to go with it. To the paint. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Back to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And guys, once Simmons turns on the Jets, there's no stopping him. Love seeing him play with this much confidence.
Jimmy Butler just seems to raise his game come playoff time, Brent. It is a thing of beauty.
It's pretty awesome to see that kind of confidence where a guy just lays in the weeds for a little while and then in the biggest moments comes in and stands out. So that's not always just about Jimmy Butler. It's about his team having that kind of confidence in how he performs in the biggest moments.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
Always one of the hardest workers on his team. Jimmy Butler knows how to win.
And so Butler nails both of them.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Here's Simmons. Misses off the right iron. Warriors trailed by 7. Curry with it. And it's Harden picking him up. A nice shot by Moody.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Down low, Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And this is how Simmons puts up points. He challenges you close at the rim more often than not, having the physical advantage.
The kick outside to Butler. The driving Jimmy Butler. Great D that time from Leonard. Clippers leading by 7. Harden inside the three-point line. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. And the Warriors with possession here. And the layup's good off the glass.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
Pass to Harden. Jones, no one around him. Good on the three-point shot.
There are a few players that can read the floor as well as James Harden. He has seen every kind of defense.
Curry on the wing. Here's Jackson Davis. Outside for Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's sent back down by Simmons.
The length. Simmons just overpowering with that reach.
Clock at 2. The shot by Curry, no good. Clippers leading by 8. Simmons with it. 1:19 left here in the fourth quarter. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game. 1:12 left in the fourth quarter. Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Fearless. Draymond Green gets it done in the moment.
And they double up Simmons. And here's Leonard from 3.
Good job on the glass there, working hard to establish position and put himself in a great spot to come away with that rebound.
They kick it out to Green. Three-pointer. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And an intentional foul right there. 2 points here might be all the cushion they need.
You would think so. This game is theirs for the taking.
And you love when Simmons plays with aggression inside because it really forces the D to adjust.
And no good is the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Warriors. Yes!
All those weapons, and Draymond Green ends up being the guy hurting you. What a huge shot.
And they go to the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. And the Warriors with possession here. Money! And now they trail by just 4.
It feels like Steph doesn't even have to look. He just knows where his teammates are.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Yeah, the lead getting safer and safer as these free throws from the stripe go in.
Here's Curry with the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Ay, give me the chip, I need the championship. Wait, we got a dream, next to the team, yeah, we can handle it. Wait, soon as I go and I step in arenas, they call me the champ. They know what it is, know what I do, know who I am, who don't understand, yeah, that's overdue. My that's overdue. My ring shouldn't be immortalized. Yeah, they know it's true. They couldn't walk a mile or even fit into my shoes. Still, I got a lot to prove. But for all that we've been through, this overdue. This the anthem. Pull up and you know the team is strong. This your anthem. All my underdogs. Everybody get your hands up. Sometimes it's hard, but we made it through. We were struggling for a minute, so that winning overdue. Yeah. They know it's true. We on the move. Aye. Yeah. Eyes on the money, I stay in my bag. Taking my city, it's put on the map. Hustle was harder, I had to adapt. They hate me, they love me, how funny is that? I step in the lights, it's getting them hype. Don't got them all, we just got a night. Yeah, that's the way that we live in this life. We stay going in. Tell me where I would've been if I took your advice. I bet that would've dropped the price. If they be trying to lock me down, well then they better read my rights. Ay, 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 no we don't play. What they gon' say? Ready?